Hello, everybody. It's Dave Robles with Think Real Estate. And this week we are thinking about how on earth to get your offer accepted in this hyper competitive market. Houses all over are selling in multiple offers. You might be up against 5, 10. Heck, we had 44 offers on one of our listings a couple of weeks ago. And I'm going to share with you from a listing agent's perspective things that you need to be doing, that you need to have your realtor doing on your behalf if you want to get an offer accepted in Los Angeles in this crazy environment. Now, you've probably heard you got to be pre-approved for your loan. That's step one, okay? That's not even on this list because that is so basic right now that if you're not pre-approved for your loan, you're not even in the game. Okay, these are out of the box ninja methods to get your offer accepted. Are you ready? You're not going to like all of them, by the way. Okay, just letting you know right now. Here's number one, right out of the gate. Remove part or all of the inspection contingency. Wow. Now, buying a house as is one thing. But removing the inspection contingency is another. You have the right to have that house inspected, but what if you had it inspected before you made your offer? What if you had, for example, the sewer line or the chimney inspected? Because here's a little secret. The sewer line, the chimney, the foundation, maybe the electrical, the roof, those are the systems that are going to cause you the most problems, the big ticket items. You can tell if the kitchen needs remodeling, if the bathrooms need updating, but it's those secret things that add up to big bucks. So maybe think about having the sewer line inspected when you make your offer. The number one reason houses fall out of escrow is because of the inspection. Take that off of the concerns for you and the seller, and your offer looks a heck of a lot better. Number two. Remove the appraisal contingency. Guess what, folks? Houses aren't appraising right now. It's not easy. There's a really good chance if you're buying $1 million home that it appraises for $950,000. That's a possibility. What can you do? Well, let's say you're putting 20% down on that $1 million home and the appraisal comes in at $950,000. You can restructure your down payment and perhaps put 15% down and use that other $50,000 to cover the gap. Talk to your lender about it. Talk to your realtor about it. It's restructuring your down payment, okay? It's not for everybody, but it can be done. This was a big doozy. How about remove the loan contingency? Wow, that's not for everybody, folks. But if you are 100% confident in your ability to obtain financing, maybe that's for you. Don't recommend it for everybody. Be confident. Okay, here's a good one. Agree to offer to release the 3% deposit to the seller. Okay, when you write your offer, you have your down payment, but you also have your earnest money, your good faith deposit. That's usually 3% of the purchase price. You can, once you remove all your contingencies, release that money to the seller. It's a really big act of confidence that you are going to close this escrow. He's got your money already, some of it. Again, don't recommend it for everybody, but it's a huge positive statement that you can make. You know the old write a love letter, tell them how much you love your home part. You've heard of that, right? You've probably written dozens of them. You're probably pretty good at it by now. They're controversial, first of all. You should know that. A lot of people think, the National Association of Realtors believes, that sellers should not accept those letters, okay? And that they should not make a decision to sell their home to any information that is not in the offer. And of course, a seller cannot make a decision, should not make a decision based on race or religion or sexual orientation. But if you're a buyer, writing that letter and letting them know how qualified you are and how much you love their home can work. How about record a video? How about tell them in video how much you love their home? I got a video on one of our listings that we received 20 offers on. Literally, the video made me cry. It was that good. So yes, that's out of the box. Okay. Number 6, offer to pay the seller's closing costs. This was used on a recent property where we had the 44 offers. The prevailing buyer offered to pay the seller's escrow closing costs. Not the broker fee, not the commission, but the escrow, title, and county transfer tax. Added up to about $6,500. And the seller was impressed. And that was one of the reasons why the seller took that offer. So there you go. This is way out of the box. Your lender's going to hate this one, but I love it. Okay. Number 7, get pre-approved with the seller's lender. What does that mean? It's a good chance that the owner of the house you're buying is selling that house, but he's also buying another, and he's probably has a lender that he prefers. Find out, see if your agent can find out from the seller's agent who that lender is, and apply for a loan with them. Now, you don't have to get your loan from them, but man, if you went out of your way and you applied for a loan from the seller's lender and you got his stamp of approval, that's impressive. And all we're trying to do here is make the seller feel that you are the best candidate to buy that home. Okay. Number 8, give the seller a free month in his home after the close of escrow. You've heard of the seller rent back, where the seller becomes the tenant and pays you a month of rent. Give it to him, okay? Don't be trying to charge a month's rent and lose a house. It's worth it. Okay, number 9. Realtors are not going to like this one, but it's important, and it's not spoken about enough, and I think it should be, because this is a relationship business, and I'm going to share with you what that means. Work with a smart, reputable agent. Okay? I put a house on the market. I got 44 offers. And all of these agents are communicating with me. And some of them are great and they're awesome. And I can't wait to be in escrow with them. Because when you're in escrow, you're 30, 45 days in a really kind of tight relationship with somebody. And you want it to go well, okay? You want to be a collaborative, positive experience for everybody. And escrow does not have to be an adversarial relationship at all. It can be a collaborative experience. But if the other agent is adversarial or is coming across like they're going to be difficult, I will share that with my client when they ask me, so what do you think of the agent? Okay? Maybe I know them. Maybe I had a good experience with them. Do they know how to run an escrow? Is that coming across in my interaction with them? Are they professional? All that makes a huge difference. If all I get is an offer with no letter of introduction, no call, nothing, I have nothing to go by. So make sure you choose your realtor correctly. You're going to hate this one. Get comfortable overpaying. No one wants to overpay for a home, right? No one. Okay, here's what I mean. I'll tell you a little story. I sold a friend of mine a house in Eagle Rock. At the time, it was the most expensive house ever in Eagle Rock. Like, there were no comps for it. We couldn't get it appraised. We were trying to pull comps from over the hill in Glendale. And I told him, you're overpaying for this. You may want to, are you sure you want to do this? Well, fast forward, he did it. And today, he often calls me up and says, I'm so glad I didn't take your advice. That house has gone up like 300%. It's worth like $2 million now. And he's so glad he didn't take my advice. And I'm so glad he didn't take my advice. Story. Are you buying this for the long haul? Is this your forever home? If this is your forever home, go to the mat for it. Okay. Do what you need to do to get it. It's not going to matter 20 years down the road what you paid for it. It's just not. We've been in our home 17 years now. I couldn't even tell you what we paid for it, if we paid this or that. I just don't remember anymore. If you're only going to be in the house a couple years, 2-3 years, it's a different story. Okay, share that with your realtor. He needs to know what your end game is, not just what that you want to buy a house. Rely on your realtor. They need to be a trusted advocate for you. And if they're not, if you don't feel that they are a trusted advocate for you, you might need a new realtor. Okay? So there you go. 10 out of the box ideas on how to get your offer accepted in this incredibly difficult market for buyers in the Los Angeles area. If you have any questions, reach out. I'm here to help. We have agents all over LA and in Salt Lake City, Utah right now. I can sell you a house in Park City. How's that? Or someone on our team can. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it, and take care. Bye.